Corey, you're next on What's on Your Mind at 701-271-1100. Lay it on me, Corey.
Yeah, hey, thanks for taking my call. It is appalling what's going on in North Carolina. We need real leadership. And I think back to when President Trump was in the presidency and that hurricane hit Puerto Rico, and Trump showing support threw paper towels at people and said, "Have a good time." Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that, as a matter of fact. Have a good time. What does real leadership look like for you in North Carolina, Corey? What are you suggesting we need?
It's a natural disaster. They're doing what they can. They pre-position stuff. Everyone's going to hammer Biden because that's what you guys do. But Trump, him throwing paper towels at people saying, "Have a good time," that was great. If I was in a hurricane and I lost everything and maybe lost loved ones, having paper towels thrown at me and saying, "Have a good time" from the president, that would be fantastic. By the way, are you talking at all about the news that came out yesterday from Jack Smith?
You spent all over the news, and by the way, it's nothing new. So it's not really news. It's more of the lawfare attack from the. What's there to cover? There's nothing new. It's the same story, just a different day.
How much information has to come out showing what Trump did before you leave the cult? Are you ever going to leave the cult?
I think the person that's in a cult is on the other end of the line here, especially
really for who?
Talking about excuse making for North Carolina would be the first one. But
Corey, let's not get into name calling. But you know what I would say, Corey, when you talk about the throwing of the paper towel thing, that's they show those clips and they pull them out of context and things. I would say that Trump was there with the contact. Well, Trump. Every time you're right. Joking. Well, let me finish. Trump was there yesterday with the plane load of water and all sorts of things, and he's on the ground. He's trying to see what people need. Who do you think is really better at mobilizing, and what team is better at mobilizing those supplies and those efforts?
I forget the pastor's name, but whatever pastor was there, that was his charitable organization. All Trump did was say, "Oh, look at these stuff I brought."
No, that's not true.
No, that's not
true at all. Actually,
that's not true. No.
Actually, Trump marshaled some groups that raised millions of dollars. Kamala Harris went out there and said, "Here's a $750 gift card."
And it usually isn't Trump, Corey, either. I mean, it's his team, and look at the team on Harris and Walz and that team, and they seem to be more about photo ops than anything.
I want to come back to Corey's point, which is not his name, by the way. Corey calls with a different name every day, so he has some confusion, little name confusion. Maybe there's gender confusion there too. I don't know. It seems to be an issue with folks like Corey on the left. But let's talk about the quote unquote January 6th cult. What about the Constitution asking the states to verify a constitutional process adequately, accurately? The election is wrong with you. What do you see as what's wrong? Donald Trump told people peacefully protest, and he suggested that we use a constitutional process before we certify an election. And what's wrong with that? What problem do you have with that?
Yeah, and he's gone. Nobody.
He doesn't want to answer the question?
No, I don't.
Come on.
I don't know.
I mean, again, I hesitate to succumb to the mob that somehow Donald Trump did something wrong on January 6th.
All right, Corey.
We have a Constitution. Should we follow the Constitution? Okay. Another listener says, ask Corey if he liked Walz calling Minnesotans rocks and cows. Yeah. Could have a little fun with that. Corey's not Corey, though. That's the problem. All right. Tomorrow on the program, last call in quick here, Caden, before we go on What's on Your Mind. Caden, go.
Hey, for that last call, I'd never heard of this Trump towels thing before, so I went and looked it up, and I was looking at the video, and you got people smiling and reaching out for these towels that he's throwing at them, so they were having a great time. He was putting them up, and they were reaching up to grab it. Everyone was smiling, taking pictures, so I don't know what the problem is with that. This guy just wants to complain about anything, I guess. Have a good one.
When you love Kamala Harris and the Biden administration and defend the indefensible, you're kind of in the la-la land.
What's wrong with handing out paper towels or food or whatever?
Gotta go. God bless.